And gradually, people started adapting themselves and modifying their mindset accordingly. Customers were happy that they can be served sitting at their places. Staffs were happy to see only one face in front of them at a time. No side comments, no arguments, no pressure of a physical cue. And performers were happy that their contribution can be identified and recognized. Well, that motivated the performers. It also acted as a check for the laidbacks who tried to improve on themselves to save face. Customers could also see the benefits. They enjoyed their chit-chats while sitting comfortably in a chair and waiting their turns. Only a few loves standing in queues. Well, I earlier believed so. But post-opening of certain shops during lockdown, I'm really not sure whether people actually don't like standing in a queue or not. They also love the fact that their transactions had privacy. No other customers would have an idea of the nature and amount of their transactions. And no one fought about who came first and who was served early. Branches looked more organized, devoid of any unnecessary comments, noise, arguments. The ambience improved and the happiness quotient increased. After implementing the initiative on a pilot basis in various branches, our team had a review meeting with the top officials. We reviewed the implementation process and performance of the branches post-implementation. We also recorded feedback from the staffs, the frontline players, and the customers, and brainstormed about what we did, what we could have done better, what could have been avoided, and in cases, in days to come, we were to implement something similar, what can be done better? What were our areas of improvement? We realized that people had a mind block. So if we were to show them a video of how things may look like post-implementation, people might have been able to approach it with an open mind. We could have made believe that performance would not be monitored initially. For the first 3 months, only the process flow will be monitored. And if we had told the staffs that it is on a trial basis, and with their feedback and suggestions, necessary changes will be implemented and then finally rolled out, they would have been more enthusiastic. For people are more willing to participate rather than executing orders. We also come out with the following learning, which is a universal learning and applicable to all of us, more so in this current scenario. Change is the only constant. Whether we like it or not, change will take its place. We have to fall in line. In the beginning, any change, irrespective of its pros and cons, are unwelcome by the stakeholders. Any change before and at the time of implementation has to be dealt with strong hands. Finally, after storming and forming, things fall in place. We start seeing the benefits of change post-implementation. And before we realize, change becomes a practice until the next change. What do you think, Toastmaster of the Day?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shreya Goswami, for such a wonderful speech. With this, moving forward, as I discussed earlier about how blame and victimization is treated, hopelessness is born out of it. When we start to believe that we are victims of our circumstances, we lose hope and settle for stagnation. So many people suffer this, and the discouragement and depression follows. Our culture response to hopelessness is to lower our expectations from life so that we are not led to disappointment. But we should challenge these forces and live our life as I am the creative force of my life. With this, we move on to the third speaker. But before, let me please invite the evaluator of our third speaker, Toastmaster Vishesh Mehra, to please read out the speech objectives. Over to you, Toastmaster Vishesh.
Evening, one and all present here. The purpose of this project is for the members to practice developing a change management plan. The purpose of this speech is for the members to share some aspects of a change management plan. Timer, please, sir. The speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes, and all the best to the speaker.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vishesh. Our third speaker for today is someone who generally doesn't like to be seen in the front seat, but is always there in the background, guiding us whenever we face challenges. He's a person one notice until deep, always there. The speech mentored by distinguished Toastmaster Kunal Pabrai, title Change. Please welcome with a big virtuous applause, Toastmaster Shaurya Roy.
Hello everyone. So am I visible and audible at the same time?
Yes.
So I would request my timer to start my timing from this very moment. This is it. I have worked hard to get here, and in the next few days, I am going to show everyone exactly who I am. I am going to work so hard that everyone is going to be amazed by me as well as feel sorry for me. And I am going to be an upcoming sensation. Good evening to the Toastmasters and distinguished guests, if any. The date was 6 February 2017, and those with the exact thoughts which were going into my mind as I stepped into my workplace for the very first time. I was super excited and I was ready to go from the very first day itself. But what I forgot was that it was a government office. It took my boss 3 days to configure everything and arrange a workshop and arrange a desktop so that I could start working. For 3 days, I was holed up in his cabin, and all I did was staring into his face from 9:45 a.m. to 6:45 p.m. All his teeth were red, and when he spoke, the air around him would get engulfed with the smell of tobacco. And he never wore a properly ironed shirt in his entire life, let alone tucking the shirt in. And eventually I realized that this was normal in my workplace. I was being surrounded by people in their 40 years of age, and I simply could not afford to work hard in that environment. Otherwise, I would be marked for insubordination. And the only good thing about my workplace back then was that we had our Fridays off and our Sundays open. And hence, I had no troubles in attending Toastmasters meeting whatsoever. And eventually, I would decrease my energy and get accustomed to the work culture there. I would learn exactly how to pretend to be a hard worker while actually being lazy. And eventually, I became so good at it that I started wearing jeans while going to my office. And all the formals which I purchased in order to go to my office were now being used by me to attend to. And no one in my office dared to point a finger at me for that. But eventually, as the old English proverb goes, every bad thing must once come to an end, right? So on a certain day in 2018, my first boss would get transferred from my office. And what followed was a series of transfers. And all of a sudden, the entire age group of my workplace would come down considerably. All of a sudden, all that I had learned and mastered over the last 1.5 years were rendered obsolete, and it was an entirely different ball game. So So all the people who had come in were of my age group, and there was healthy competition. We worked together and we poked fun at each other. We relaxed together, and eventually we even went to artisan trips together. But the person who brought in all this change was my second boss. There is an unsaid rule in my workplace that each and every working person of my designation can leave the office premises at 5 p.m. sharp. And under my first boss, that was the practice. However, under my second boss, I actually loved to work until 6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. And whenever the clock exceeded 7 p.m., suddenly we would find rolls and ice creams and sweets happening for each and every one of us. And after a few months went on under him, one day we suddenly found out that we were going to have our Fridays as work days and our Sundays as our official weekly holidays. And after that, I was a little bit tense regarding how exactly am I going to manage attending Toastmasters meetings. So I would walk into his chamber and I would tell him everything. And as it turned out, he would actually make arrangements for me so that I could leave my office early on Fridays. But eventually, as the old English proverb goes, like every bad thing, every good thing also must come to an end. So on a certain day in 2019, my second boss would get transferred yet again. And after that, a few guys also left because they had better jobs than being a banker. And the person who came in as my third boss was the biggest stooge out there. He was a conformist through and through. If his superiors told him to skip his lunch, he would gladly do that. And if his superiors told him to make us skip our lunch, he would gladly die trying. And it was no wonder that I had to threaten him politely so that I could leave my office early on Fridays to attend Toastmasters meetings. And every now and then, he performs little mischief so that I get stuck in the office. Most of the times, he does not succeed, and when he succeeds, I make sure that he regrets it the following day. And today, he nearly succeeded. Change is eternal, my friends. It has been that way since long before we came into this universe, and it will be that way since long after we leave this universe. The best we can do is to embrace it, to accept it, to be at peace with it, because eventually it's going to manifest itself one way or the other, whether we like it or not. And sometimes we are lucky enough to know about a change happening beforehand so that we can make a plan, but sometimes we are not that lucky. So today I would urge you all to be ready for a change, to never accept anything, to never expect anything, to never get stuck. And then before we know it, we will be flexible with whatever we face. What do you say, Mr. Toastmaster? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shaurya Rai, for such a wonderful speech on how you adapted to change. So, another contrasting image of what society tends to follow rather than it's supposed to be doing is reflected in the hunger to be understood. As humans, we have a need to be understood, to have a voice, to have influence. Most believe that the key to influence is communication, getting your point across, and speaking persuasively. In fact, if we think that someone is speaking to us instead of listening, we are busy preparing a response. Real influence comes when we feel understood by you, that you have listened deeply and sincerely. Our culture cries out for influence. However, the principle of influence is governed by mutual understanding upon that at least one person is listening for this person, but hadn't really talked a lot with him until I joined Corpus. I asked him what some of the challenges that he faced in life that he has overcome. He said that it is waking up early at 5 a.m. to go to college. And to overcome it, he had to accept the reality that there is no other way than to wake up at 5. And accepting it made it easier. With a big round of virtual applause, please welcome the table topic master for today, Toastmaster Tanish Agarwal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Diorshi. Good evening, everyone. I am the table topic master for the day. Today, I have specially chosen topics about oneself so that the members get to know more about each other, like who are they, what do they want, what keeps them going. So today, as we have the theme of challenging challenges, I urge everyone to challenge themselves to volunteer to take the table topics. So the rules of the session are as follows. Both the guests and the members allowed to participate in this session. The topics will be repeated only once. The guests are allowed to change the topic once, but the members are not allowed to do so. The speaker has to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, and there is a grace period of 30 seconds on the upper end. The timer will show the green card at the end of 1 minute, the yellow card at the end of 1 minute and 30 seconds, and the red card at the end of 2 minutes. As you're having a virtual session, I'll request everyone to not unmute and type anything in the chat box while a speaker is speaking. So can we have the first set of volunteers? Can I see a raise of hands? Anyone?
Hi Toastmaster Tanish, I would like to try, but I unfortunately cannot turn my video on. The bandwidth is really low.
Okay, so Toastmaster Anirban. Toastmaster Anirban, don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits. Don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits, Toastmaster Anirban.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, and I strongly believe that we should not be limiting ourselves to anything. Who would have thought someone like me, would go on stage after each and every single Friday and speak in front of an audience, a real audience? Because not even I could think of that, because more, till I was almost 18, I was a really big introvert. I did not like people, to be honest. Not even to speak with them, not going out. I was in kind of my own world. I would just sit at home and play games, play video games. But somehow along the journey of becoming something in my life, I realized that I really need to socialize more. I really understood that always staying in your comfort zone will not get me something. I need to face my challenges, because that's the only way to overcome them. I always need to face my fears so that I can overcome them and conquer them. And that's when I took the first step. I went to Kolkata Toastmasters Club as a guest. And believe me when I say this, even when the president asked me to introduce myself as a guest, my legs were shivering. I was so afraid, but that day I felt something. I felt the joy of facing my challenge. So after that day, I cannot remember that I have stopped, not only in public speaking, not only in facing my challenge as overcoming being an introvert. I have faced so many fears of mine. I am trying the things that I never would have thought that I would try at some point in my life. And that's why I would like to tell everyone that do not think yourself as limited. You don't even know what you are capable of. What you need to do is you need to start, you need to face your fears, because that's the only way of overcoming. So do not limit yourself, and go try whatever you want to do. That's all.
Indeed, Toastmaster Anirban, it's all about taking the first step. So can we have the next set of volunteers?
Tanishq, may I?
Okay, Toastmaster Rahul. Toastmaster Rahul, don't talk the talk if you can't walk the walk. Don't talk the talk if you can't walk the walk, Toastmaster Rahul.
We all have heard the very famous saying, teach only what you preach, which means that if you are not pursuing something personally, if you are not achieving something, don't tell people or give advices in that arena. There are many people who say big things, who promise a lot of things, who tell that they have achieved this, they have achieved that. But have they actually achieved anything? Are they credible enough to guide us in that particular thing? I don't think so. There was a very amazing incident that happened with me in school. There was a coach of mine, cricket coach of mine, who had told me that, Rahul, your batting technique is very poor. You might be a good batsman in the game, but your batting technique has to be very elegant. And I was like, yes sir, definitely I should be improving that. And that was the person who didn't achieve anything in his life coming from a cricketing background. He didn't play for any division or for any state team for anything. and he was there commenting on my batting skills. Well, you see well, when I did take his advice, but his advices were, I knew there was something lacking in my batting performance, but his advices were also important. But of course, the main thing, how you just know what is wrong, but how to make that right is that person who can improve, who has actually been in your shoes where he has done something wrong and he rectified it himself. So take advices from people who have walked in that who have walked in the phase you are in right now, because they are the ones who can give you the remedy to that situation. Don't rely on people who have not achieved anything, whatever you want to achieve. Even if you want to take any advice from someone, do it from people who have achieved, who have been in that position, and who are capable of mentoring you in that arena. For example, in Toastmasters, we know there are many people who are mentors. And the reason why they are mentors is because they have personally accomplished a lot of things. My mentor, I learned a lot from him, because he's the one should be learning from. He's the one who's achieved a lot of things. And that is why we follow what he says. So take advices from people who not just speak, are the ones who prove it, are the ones who tell. And only then you can achieve and be where you want to be. Back to you, Mr. Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. That was an amazing take on the topic. So next volunteer.
Tanish, may I? Tanish?
Okay, Toastmaster Sumit. What makes you, Toastmaster Sumit?
Good evening, everyone. And thank you, Table Topic Master, for this topic. So whenever I was asked to introduce myself, the first thing I would say to them, if you become a close friend of me, you will never regret. This is the only thing I said to any person who met for me for the first time. Because whenever I got any challenge in my life, I usually try to face it no matter what. I was not good at public speaking. I wasn't able to speak for even 1 minute on the stage. But I faced that challenge, took a step and come to the Toastmasters and completed my level 1 of my pathway. And that is how I faced my challenge. So another thing is about me is that I never regret of the things what I do. I make my own decisions, and that's something I will be always proud of. And I always encourage others also to take their own decisions on own, because if you take your own decisions, you won't have anyone to blame. That is something I do. And one more thing I would like to say is that what makes me is actually the person who I am. I am very general, and I am a very practical person. I think practically, work practically, and that's how I try to face every challenge in my life and try to influence other people who in my life. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sumit. Indeed, you should take your own decisions, because that will only take you ahead. So now, can I have Toastmaster Jaita?
Okay.
Yes, Table Topic Master.
Toastmaster Jaita, it's all about the life in your life. It's all about the life in your life, Toastmaster Jaita.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. I am the member of SLTM. I joined for the TTM only. Yes, whatever we have in our life, we just can make it more beautiful by, improving ourselves. So it's not important to change us, change whatever we are. Rather, we can improve our life. We can improve this lifestyle, whatever we are continuing with. The present scenario of COVID-19 taught us a lot of things. So in our life, whatever is going on, we have to accept it. If we cannot accept it, we will not be able to adopt the changes, whatever changes we need to adopt during the crisis situation. So yes, definitely life, whatever life we have, we just make it more beautiful by chanting prayers, by meditation, but we cannot afford to change it. We just can only improve our lifestyle, our life, the way we think, the way we do things, the way we look towards the things, the way we think for others. So this is that's the reason we always say that making life more beautiful is more important rather than changing life. What do you think, table topic master?
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayata. It's said that one should not think about how many years one lives, but one should think that how he has lived the years he has actually lived. So, can I have the next volunteer?
Yeah, Rishi. Toastmaster
Okay.
Tanis.
Toastmaster Vishesh.
Thank you, table topic master.
Toastmaster Vishesh, if you lose your lips, you sink your ships. If you lose your lips, you sink your ships. Toastmaster Vishesh.
You should always think before you speak. It is very important to think and contemplate before anything that you say, because you're presenting it in front of your world, and people will have a perspective about you through what you speak and through what you say out in public. Ladies and gentlemen, it is essential that we think before any conversation, because if we lose our lips, our ships will surely sink. I remember a few years back when I was in school. I was a young guy, and the thing I did was I thought before I spoke, but I thought a bit too much. So I did not speak at all. I was that shy kid always sitting in the corner, and in a way, I did not speak out. I did not tell anybody. I was a good student, well disciplined. I was into scouting, school team cricket, school team hockey. I was into everything, and I was even the troop leader of my scouting contingent. But, ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't chosen as a prefect because I did not speak out. My lips were closed, and my ship sank down. And that was one of the most degrading feelings I ever had, because I thought I deserved that. I had achieved that only if I had spoken out, only if I thought more and spoken my mind out. I would have been in a better position at that moment. Hence, ladies and gentlemen, speak out when it is needed. What do you say, table topic master?
Toastmaster Vishesh, that was a very sublime take on the topic. Can I have distinguished
may I?
Toastmaster Siddharth? Okay, Siddharth. Okay, Toastmaster Deepak. Toastmaster Deepak, joy shared is joy forever. Joy shared is joy forever. Toastmaster Deepak.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. You know, every time I come out of CCC, that is our usual venue, and we go down, and I see all these kids who would go like, "Bhaiya, please, le lo, please take this," or they would even forcefully try to give you. But most of us, even I, would not take those and try to return them back. But it is this fun between us and them. And this is some joy that we both get. Even I don't buy it, and I felt sometimes guilty. But we should always try and spread joy no matter what, because even they have a good time and us. What do you think? Table topic.
Indeed, spreading joy always doubles the happiness. So the last topic, can I have
May I?
Toastmaster Rishi?
Yeah. Hi.
Toastmaster Rishi, if you were 16 again, if you were 16 again, Toastmaster Rishi.
The topic reminds me of the movie Three Idiots. Give me another chance. I wanna grow up once again. Na 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 na. So with this feeling, I want to go back to the age of 16, where I want to relive those moments. I remember at the age of 16, I was in class 10. Was giving my board exams. It was class 10, and it was an academic year, and I had to focus on my studies. But I remember the year where I went to Kerala with my friends. It was an amazing journey. I enjoyed the backwaters. I enjoyed the beautiful hills. I enjoyed the journey. We saw wonderful sanctuaries. We saw wonderful coastal areas. We enjoyed nature's beauty to the core, and that was lifetime experience. And if I remember and I recall it till date, I shared it with my friends who I am in touch with, and it is deep core in my heart. And if I have that moment to be 16 again, I would go back to Kerala again, and once again I would like to say, give me another chance. I want to get 16 once again. Na 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 na. What do you think, Toastmaster of the day, Tanish? Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rishi. I think that when he sang the song, everyone was able to picture that song and relive their moments of childhood. So can we have a round of applause for everyone who spoke at the table topic session? I hope everyone had a fun session. That's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Diyoshi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanish, for such a wonderful table topic session. With this, we come to two of the sessions of the Toastmasters meeting. And I hope I could highlight you today some of the challenges that we face, but have a different story behind on solving it. Hope you didn't get bored of so much information that I gave out. Without much today, let's call back the general evaluator back on stage with her presentation. Back to you, distinguished Toastmaster Achita Tiwari.
Thank you, Toastmaster, today. That was a wonderful, wonderful evening with beautiful speeches and wonderful table topic session. Let's quickly start with our calling on the first evaluator of the first speech. That is, our speech was Toastmaster Kushal's speech, and the evaluator is Toastmaster Rahul. So, Rahul, can I request you to deliver your evaluation?
Thank you, Mrs. General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, and to Toastmaster Kushal in particular. Well, the theme for the meeting was challenging challenges, and I must say, our target speaker has faced his challenges in a very sublime way. Toastmaster Kushal, one very great thing I liked about your speech was how beautifully you blended the topic of karate with your personal life. The karate was all over the speech, but it was completely in sync with your personal life about how the picture of yours dodging a kick, how you've been into karate for 1 year, and then the blue belt that you were a part of and how much you were enjoying it. So that blend of karate with your personal story, your inclusion of karate was a very great thing to do. Second, very good thing I liked about your speech was the structure. The structure, usually it is just a PowerPoint presentation that you have to do, but your PowerPoint presentation had a very liquid structure. For example, the moment when you were explaining the meaning of empty hands in that Japanese words formed a very good introduction. Then coming to the different forms of karate and usually was a very good body, and eventually transitioning into the conclusion and then ending the speech was a very good form to deliver the speech in a presentation way. Third very great thing I liked about your speech was how informative it was. For example, it showed different forms of karate, then different types of bells, the origination of karate, and then the types of kick styles, the benefits, the postures. There were so many things in your presentation, so many things in your speech, but with very minimal words, which means that you had a lot of information in the speech, but your information was coming right through the picture and not through any words. We were listening to you, but you were looking at the PPT and not had to read or look for anything in the PPT there. That was a very great way to engage the audience and keep them hooked to your speech throughout. Another thing I really liked about your speech was the audience interaction at the beginning of the speech and towards the middle of the speech, which is a tough thing to do in this online platform, but you nailed it. And as we all know that there's always room for improvement in any speech, I have a few points that could make the speech a little better. Starting with the most important point, which is the message. I must say the speech was very educational, but I'm sure that if you do karate, you won't be needing Horlicks. Is not the kind of message I was or anyone was looking for, right? So I'm not denying that I didn't learn a lot of things from this speech, but what I learned were facts. And the most important essential ingredient of any speech is the message, which tells us that why are we even talking about this thing in the first place? So that message, that essential message was missing. What you can do is you can just keep the last few lines for the message and then you just tell what the importance of that thing, why you're listening to it and why you're learning so much from it is important. Second thing that I would like you to improve is that the changing of slides has to be a little smooth. For example, in the beginning, you had a slide and then you were changing it to a different slide. But in between, you shuffled through a lot of slides and eventually you came to the second slide that you have to show. That is not the kind of delight for anyone looking at a presentation. So that was something that could have been made more smooth and could have been made a little more perfect. Third thing, there were a few glitches, but those were not technical. For example, you had said, why am I audible? Am I visible? Is the PPT visible? Don't do that. If it is not visible, then we will let you know. Don't do that. So summing up, you had good audience interaction. It was very informative speech. You had personal blend, good structure, just the message, a little smoothly changing the slides, and the glitches, as I said, if you could have been ignored, otherwise the speech could have been way better. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Roastmaster Rahul. I think that was a well-delivered evaluation. Coming to Kushal. Kushal, first of all, I think that look that you have, I don't know if it's the quarantine look, but it looks really charming. And second thing of all is, I agree with Rahul on whatever commendations he had and recommendations he had for you. My two-bit was, I found your speech very informative because I don't know a lot about karate except for the fact that Jackie Chan and all the other, karate people are really famous. So I didn't know too much until today, but I do now. So thanks. It was very informative. Second, I just feel that agreeing with Rahul, if your presentation could also have been mailed to the tech master so that it was ready before you came on screen, I think that could be one of the ideas you could try. Just a humble suggestion. And second suggestion that I have for you, this is again for the virtual platform. Whenever you're asking the audience a question, instead of expecting them to unmute and answer, there are two ways that I recommend. One is either ask them a question where they can virtually raise their hands, right? Like on the raise hand option, or they can type something for you in the chat box. I think that's an easier and more comfortable way of interacting with the audience, because muting, unmuting, the spotlight gets shifted and on the screen someone else's face comes along. So I think that's a more easier, or I think that's an easier way to go about things. Other than that, I found your speech very, very entertaining. The conclusion was really, really brilliant. So keep delivering speeches like that and don't apologize for anything, because it was totally uncalled for, and look forward to more of your speeches. Thank you so much. With that, let's call on the second evaluator for today. Our second speech was delivered by Toastmaster Shreya and is being evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Siddharth. So Siddharth, over to you.
Master Siddharth, you are not audible.
Siddharth, you're on mute.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, okay. Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, guest, and a very hard-working Shreya, from a very hardly working evaluator who loved the message of your speech. The only constant is change. I love the fact that the message of your speech flowed very smoothly from the project which you undertook at the PSU Bank, and from a businessman who deals with another PSU bank on a day-to-day basis. I could immediately relate with the challenge of change which you were trying to bring about with your team. I thought that it was a problem solution speech, and you very effectively structured the speech. You effectively described the fear of unknown, fear to cope up with the changes, the working process, the working mindset, and then you came on to the solution where contributors were happy. One of the project objectives was about the lessons learned meeting, which in your speech was the review meeting, was also very effectively described. You talked about the mind block which people have, and you try to understand by showing people what the future can be if they implement those changes. So I thought that the structure and the message of your speech was very well crafted and very well delivered. I also thought that the words which you use to describe the bank were also very effective, because I could picture that I was the person standing in a bank in a queue and trying to yell at the teller, even though I do not know what problems they were facing. So I could immediately picture those images the way you described them in your speech. However, like any lessons learned, I think there were a couple of lessons you could also learn from your speech. I felt in today's speech, you spoke a little bit too slowly. I understand that when people are speaking too fast, the audience is left wondering what the person is saying. However, when the speaker is speaking too slowly, then the audience is wondering when the person will go to the next sentence or when the person will complete the speech. So you have to try to maintain the balance. So if you're speaking more than 150 words per minute or less than 70 to 80 words per minute, then both these extremes are not useful when delivering a speech. So try to speak around 100-110 words per minute. I thought that in your speech there was a lot of opportunities for gestures and movement. Perhaps you can stand and try to deliver the same speech without the use of the headphones if it is possible. Then you can stand and describe and move in different manners to denote the members, the people who are coming into the banks and the teller and how they're getting irritated and the fear and all those things. So there is an opportunity for gestures and movement a lot in this particular speech. I also felt that besides this, in the conclusion, when you mentioned, I really like the conclusion when you said that only constant is change. However, this speech also had the opportunity for calling to action. For example, you could say that, okay, if you are trying to bring a change in your company or in your school or in your area of work, then you can take these 4 steps of awareness, unlearning, learning, and then maintaining. And you have to keep this change until the next change come forwards. So all in all, a great speech. Keep learning, unlearning, and keep following the change. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster. It was wonderfully done. Shreya, a couple of things, just adding to what Siddharth said. I really love the content of your speech, but I agree with Siddharth on the point that you were a little too slow. And what I feel is, while in a graceful speech, which is very emotional, your slow pace works wonders. The fact that you're such a graceful, slow, elegant kind of a speaker who's in no rush to, kind of deliver and run away because you're comfortable with the camera or with the stage or with the screen. So that really adds in those speeches. But today's speech was more on ideas and executions and how you perform the leadership role. So I think today a little more excitement, a little more enthusiasm was required, which I found was missing. So even for me, I think the recommendation would be the same as Sid. Also, I also felt that the voice modulation could have been worked upon, some pitch change, some kind of speaker, and your graceful is always, the content was something that was easily understandable. So thank you so much. With that, we move to the final speaker for today, that is Toastmaster Shaurya, who's being evaluated by Toastmaster Vishesh. So Vishesh, over to you.
Good evening, one and all present here, and to our banker, Toastmaster Shaurya in particular. Toastmaster Shaurya, I love the way you use humor. Your usage like your boss is not wearing an iron shirt, and it wasn't even tucked in. And you have a lot of more examples of subtle humor, like you could not work hard, or else your co-workers will complain against you. It's absolutely brilliant, and I love the way you deliver these parts. And the transition between the 3 bosses, the 3 complete different types of bosses, one being extremely lazy, doesn't want to work, one being helpful, and the third one being a corporate Scrooge. And the translation lines which you used in between, that every bad thing must end. Then for the next transition, you use every good thing must come to an end. So these transitions were extremely smooth, and your messages absolutely hit home that we cannot control the change, We have to accept the change and we have to move on, be more dynamic. And for Toastmaster Shaurya, I have a few recommendations for you. Toastmaster Shaurya, I thought that eye contact was lacking throughout your speech. You were looking here, there, and you were not looking at the screen or at the camera. I know it is a bit difficult on the virtual platform, and we are used to being on a actual physical stage. But we need to learn how to present on this virtual platform also. So either we need to look at the screen or straight at the camera. So that would help the audience to be more engaged, to relate with you in a better way. The next recommendation I have for you is that Master Shoya, due to this virtual platform, we are missing out on the body movement. So that can be covered up by expression, which I thought was lacking. Expressions and emotions were lacking throughout your speech. You said that you had a boss who, after you stayed back at the office after 7 o'clock, treated you with rolls and ice cream. You could be happy when you're saying it. He treated us with rolls and ice cream. Then you could have said in the part where the boss was a corporate Scrooge who forced you to do whatever the superior say, you could show a sense of disappointment. This would add some kind of a oomph factor, a better impact in your delivery, and your story would come across in a better way. The next suggestion that I have for you, Dr. Shaurya, is that your speech objective was that to show a plan of how you coped with the change. You just said that you accepted the change. You did not show that how you developed a particular plan to cope with the changing bosses and the changing co-workers throughout your time in your office. So Toastmaster Shaurya, you had brilliant humor, excellent transition, good story, and a brilliant message. But if you could change and add in some eye contact, some expressions, then your speech would go to the next level. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishesh. That was a really well, I think, described evaluation as far as I'm considered. Shaurya, I think, again, agreeing with Vishesh on what he said, that your speech really hooked us with what you had to say. I will not say disagree with Vishesh, but I have a slightly different observation. I think you did have expressions, but they were not visible due to the lighting. So there, I don't know if you realize this, but if you look at the video, you will realize that your face is always in the shadows. So from your voice, it felt to me that you did have expressions because you were sounding very, very, emotionally charged and expressive in your speech. And I'm sure that your face would have reflected it, but because of the shadow on your face, I can't see the expressions. Similarly, right, currently, I don't know, you're placing the camera very differently. So if now you talk, I'm able to see your hand gestures. But during the speech, the way the camera was placed, I was not able to see the hand gestures, even though I could see that it was happening somewhere or the other. So I think that was there. Also, I just have one more suggestion. That is, there were you being such a veteran speaker and you've been given so many speeches. I think you need to work on your terms. There were certain terms, for example, you said something like bad things. I think that should be worked on and we should have better terminology there so that these kind of verbal, I think, errors should be avoided where we say something as a good thing or a bad thing. We should be more precise and more selective of the words we choose to say. Other than that, I think it was a really nice speech. Thank you so much. Moving on to our role players for the day. Let's quickly have the role play reports of our role players, starting with the timer, Toastmaster Deepak.
Just a second. Let me just turn off this. Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, and good evening, everyone, once again. All the speakers are qualified for voting except Toastmaster Kushal, who took 9 minutes and 41 seconds, and Toastmaster Shreya, who took 8 minutes and 29 seconds.
So I think in the best speaker category, we shall have only one person qualifying, that's Shaurya. Am I correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, thank you. someone please help me check?
Yes, you are audible now.
No, the account is Toastmaster Prajwal, so I'm not being able to hear him.
Yes, thank you very much, General Evaluator Rachna Tiwari. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So, I feel UMOD speakers and evaluators are in a sublime form today during the meeting. I'm presenting my report now. TM Devarshi, you have uttered, you have used twice words. TM Shaurya, you have used twice. Just, I mean, TM Anirban, you have used 5 times. TM Rahul, you have used once. TM Sumit, you have used 3 times. TM Joita, you have used once, and once. TM Tanish, you have used once. TM Rishi, you have used once. TM Siddharth, you have used 4 times, and you all are really flawless. That's my report for the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prajwal, for that wonderful report. Let's move on to our grammarian Toastmaster Rishi for his report.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster. I must say, Toastmaster Kushal, although he did not qualify for the speech, there is an undisputed champion, but he is our people's champion. And I love the quote he used, "I am as fluid as water." And some of the more correct usages of grammar were, society is addicted to blame, settle for stagnation, air around the room and engulfed with smoke, to be ready for change, hunger to be understood. Key to influence is communication. I always make these notes for myself because it helps me in using in further communication speeches, and it also helps me improve my English. So whenever a speaker uses such good usages of grammar, I request everyone to make a note of this. Now coming to incorrect usages of grammar, I would like to say that when we point out this incorrect usages, it does not mean anyone's English is poor, myself included. It is an opportunity for everyone to learn and grow and apply it so that we can correct it in the next speech. And some of them are, they will have to wait. It should be, they will not wait. Sorry. Improve on themselves, it should be improve themselves. Mind block, it should be mind blockage. We also come out, should be we also came out. Most of the time he never succeed, it should be succeeded. There was one Hindi word, lay low, which was not translated into English. Then I had a coach of mine, it can be I had a coach. Take own decision on own, it should be take their own decisions. The pronunciation, there was one error. It should not be retrieved, it should be retrieved. And word of the day sublime was used by 4 times, once by Toastmaster Archita, once by Toastmaster Dershi, once by Toastmaster Kushal, and once by Toastmaster Rahul. Thank you for my report. I'd like to hand over back to
Thank you, Rishi,
Toastmaster.
for that really, really detailed report. Moving on, let's call our next role player, the WOW counter, Toastmaster Komal.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone. Today's session was indeed insightful and inspiring at the same time. I'm going to tell you the wow moments in the order of 3, 2, and 1. The third most wow moment is how Toastmaster Shaurya so effortlessly and sometimes even with a poker face delivers this punchline and makes everybody laugh. This is one of the traits that I would like to have in me. The second one was when Toastmaster Deoshi said, "Stop being a victim and start taking responsibility for your own actions." That really hit me hard because sometimes we just put the blame on somebody else and try to get away from the mental trouble. But it's, I think, time to introspect and work on our flaws. And the topmost wow moment for me was the way Toastmaster Kushal delivered his speech, because the confidence that he had throughout was something that I'm going to take back, and it is going to help me in the speeches that I'm yet to deliver. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Komal. We now move on to our final role player. That's our parliamentarian, Toastmaster Sumit.
Good evening, everyone, once again. So, apart from the usage of the term Toastmaster, TM were used, so that was a violation. Apart from that, every parliamentary norm was followed. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sumit. I really request everyone to please use the full form of all Toastmaster related terms, including the word Toastmasters. Now, also let's go ahead with a few things. I'll quickly start by evaluating the table topic speakers. In the interest of time, guys, I know all of you did your best. So allow me to just give you one small suggestion for every table topic instead of telling you in detail. Let's start with the first table topic speaker, that is Toastmaster Anirban. Anirban, you had a wonderful start, and I agree with you that you've come a long way from where you started. So good job done. My recommendation to you is please work on relaxing a little and making sure that you breathe during your speech, because there were times when I felt you just rushed through way too much. So please make sure that you relax a little. You sounded really tensed at some parts. So I think that is one recommendation to work on. You used vivid imagery, which was very well done, by the term legs shaking. So I think that part really, really clicked on very well. Next, Rahul. Rahul, I think you today were not in your best with respect to the table topic. And the prime reason for that was during your speech, you contradicted your own self. You said that you took the advice of the coach who did not preach his talk, and yet you were talking about how one must always practice what you preach. So, in the context of the talk itself, until you came to your mentor Rohan, I think until that time you were contradicting yourself. So, in a table topic, please avoid self contradiction, as it really, really creates doubts on the speaker. Okay. Finally, next we had Sumit. I think, Sumit, you are improving by leaps and bounds every single day, and it's so heartwarming to see you on stage every single time that you come up, and you do a fantastic job. So I think great confidence, really good content. Just focus on relaxing a little more, just like Anirban. You were also very hastened during the speech, so just focus on relaxing a little more. Next up was Joyita. Joyita, thank you so much, first of all, for coming here. SLTM has been one of the clubs that I really look forward to. But I think in your table topic beginning, you didn't need to say that. You could have said it in the introduction, and you did, which was fine. But in your case, when you talk on the table topic, I don't think you should have mentioned which club you're from, what's your name, because that only wastes a little bit of time. Other than that, I think you could place the camera a little better because it was moving. So there was a slight glitch during your table topic, but the content of your talk was very, very good. Please keep it up. Next, I will come to our next speaker. That is Toastmaster Deepak. So Deepak, today you spoke for a very short time. I feel normally you speak longer on a table topic. So that's one recommendation. Second, CCC. To someone who doesn't know, Calcutta Chamber of Commerce will think of it as CCD. So Cafe Coffee Day. So please try to use full forms, and we are too accustomed to using the short forms. Also, I think you must frame your sentences with a little more caution, because there were a couple of sentences that sounded odd, and I think you realized that, which is why you got a little taken aback. So let's focus on framing our sentences better. Next, Rishi. So Rishi, you had a brilliant start with that of a song, and it was very, very well done. I only suggest you that if you're singing the songs, instead of just humming a tune, sing the lyrics. Like the only lyrics I heard was, give me some sunshine, give me some rain. After that, give me another chance, I want to grow up once again. That could have been sung. The lyrics were the core message of the song. So I think that is something that could be looked into. And please make sure that you don't hold the mic when you talk, because when you do this, it kind of, covers your expression, and we're not able to see what it is that you're trying to express. I think that needs to be worked upon. Next, let's come to our role players. The Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Anirban. As a Sergeant at Arms, you always do a really great job, and thank you for such a humble introduction. Everything was on point, no recommendations there. Next, let's come to our table topics master, Tanish. So Tanish, if you are listening, which I hope you are, I really request you to smile a little more. First things first. Because I know you have such a wonderful smile and you are so calm down and so sweet every single time that you talk to us. But today, I don't know why you were so nervous, like somebody was trying to attack you or would eat you up or would flirt with you. So I think that was really odd to see you not smile through the entire session. Second, say the topics a little slowly. For the table topic speakers to understand, repeat the topic slowly. Don't rush with it. Like, don't try to finish it. And second, I think you could have, said a few lines in conclusion. I know we were rushing through time. We had 7 speakers today. So maybe next time we limit it to 6, but you give a short conclusion to your role. Okay. And that's all that I have for you. Smile a little more, please. Moving on to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Deoshi. Deoshi, I think you had wonderful content with respect to your theme of the day, which was very well done. Good research, and you had a lot of things to say. Only one simple recommendation: you're the Toastmaster of the day. You're not supposed to mess up on who is whose evaluator. Even if the evaluator change happens at 6:59 p.m., make sure that you get it and that you have it noted down. You did not know who was Shreya's evaluator, or I think one evaluator was someone that you missed. So please make sure that that doesn't happen. Other than that, you really did your very well. So great job done on your Toastmaster of the Day role. And finally, couple of suggestions. I think let's make sure that whenever we are mentioning either the evaluator or the Toastmaster of the Day, can mention about the mentors of the speakers so that we don't miss out on mentor credits. So with that, I think that brings me to the end of the roll. And can we now have the voting ballots by our tech?
Currently, we have 13 out of 15 votes.
Yes, the co-host and the co-host cannot vote, so everyone has voted.
Yes. No, that.
Let's have the results, please. As you can see on your screens, guys, our best evaluator for today goes to Distinguished Toastmaster Siddharth Churiwal. Congratulations, Siddharth, on a wonderful evaluation. The best role player in the category of Toastmaster of the Day, the Table Topic Master, and the General Evaluator goes to me. Thank you for all your kindness. The best auxiliary role player in the category of Timer, Wow Counter, R Counter, Grammarian, and Parliamentarian goes to our Wow Counter, Toastmaster Komal. Congratulations, Komal. The best table topic speaker in the category in all the table topic speeches, that was 7 almost today, goes to Toastmaster Rishi. So congratulations, Rishi, for being the best table topic speaker.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, with that, guys, we come to the end of today's meeting and also the end of my phone battery. So unless we've got some important things to say, I think we call it off for tonight. Thank you so very much. We'll see you again on Friday. And the Tech Masters, am I missing out on something?
No.
No, thank you to all the Toastmasters from the different clubs who are here and who delivered their speeches. It's been a wonderful time to host all of you. Thank you so much, and hope to see you again. Absolutely, Kaushal. Hope to see you again soon.